I tried this for 30 days with one of my real estate clients, and you won't believe what happened. So if you don't know where your next 3 deals are coming from, if they're not presently in your pipeline, if you're not presently doing a deal a week or more, you're going to want to listen to this, because the next 30 days could completely change the trajectory of your real estate career. Let's jump right in. So I have a real estate client, and she was fairly successful selling about a house a month, and she was in that $8,000-9,000 in commission, and working hard, but not breaking through, not getting to the point where she was able to do multiple deals in a month. So we started unpacking what her daily activities look like, and we were able to very quickly put these 4 things in place, and it changed the game for her inside of 30 days. And now she consistently does a house a week. So here are the 4 things. Number 1, you need a sign. So what's a sign? A sign is a super important goal now. So it's a goal that's super important to you right now. Here's your sign, right? So not the goal that you're thinking about 10 years down the road or 20 years down the road, but a goal that is super important to you right now. That's the sign. That's the thing that we're talking about. So super important goal now. And if you're going to have a super important goal now, you need to write it down. And I advise you to write it down on an actual sign. So take a big piece of cardboard, write it on there. So this is my go from here to there by when. So go from selling 1 house a month to selling 1 house a week within 30 days. So I'm going to sell a house a week for the next year within 30 days. And you put that on your sign. So here's your sign. That's step 1. Step 2. The next thing that you need to do is you need to support that sign with a scoreboard that tracks the things that are most likely to get you across the finish line. If you've ever been to a park and seen guys kind of shooting around, throwing a ball around, now I'm not talking about the Knicks and their recent championship. Now I'm talking about regular guys and girls out there just shooting baskets. And then there's a trigger. There's something that takes place. When it becomes time to actually keep the score, things change dramatically. The level of effort, discretionary effort, focus, everything changes. So that's number 2, is you need a compelling reason to do it, which is a scoreboard. So right beneath that sign, your sign with your written goal on it, you're going to have a scoreboard, and you're going to, all around that scoreboard, you're going to treat it like a vision board. You're going to put all of the things that make it reasonable for you to do the hard things to get there. So the pictures of the trips that you're going to take, the college tuition that you're going to pay for your son or daughter, the wedding of your dreams or of one of your kids' dreams, all of those things that you want to happen, that it would be painful if they didn't happen. That way, on a very regular basis, you can decide to do the activities that are painful that rest inside of the vision board stuff, or you can decide to not do those activities and not get the things around it. So it's a pick your pain thing. Pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional. I think that having to tell your son or daughter no that you can't help put them through college, or that you can't pay for your daughter's wedding, or that you can't retire when you want to, I think that is more painful than doing lead gen activities. But hey, to each their own. You can make that up. My clients tend to think that doing the activities are less painful than not getting the things. So what goes on that scoreboard? That's number 3. So step number 3 is those leading indicators. So yes, we talked about that we have the sign, that we have the super important goal now, right? But what goes on the board we're going to track is not those numbers, because those numbers are after the fact numbers. It's kind of like if you were trying to lose weight and you went and stepped on a scale and you're like, oh man, I didn't lose weight this week. Well, that's a little bit too late. You shouldn't have went out for drinks and ate the chocolate cake. Don't go have the drinks. Don't eat the chocolate cake. Do eat more protein. Do move your body more. Those are the activities that actually will get you the number that you want. The scale is just a scoreboard. It just tracks the things at the end. It's not ultimately what determines if you win or lose. The same thing, like writing stuff down does not determine if you win or lose. It's the things that you track that decide if you win or lose. So these are these leading indicators, the things that are most likely to get you where you want to be. And yes, this is lead gen. This is what I'm talking about, agents. I'm talking about your lead gen activities here. So I don't advise anybody to do lead gen that they're uncomfortable with. So if you're not a door knocker, don't put door knocking there, because you won't do it. I was in fitness for 3 years, and people asked me, Mike, what diet works? And I would say every single time, the one that you'll stick with. Don't choose keto if you don't like meat. It's not going to work out for you. Don't choose Atkins if you don't like meat. Don't choose paleo if you don't like a lot of plants. So you have to pick the lead gen activity, just like picking the diet. Pick the one that you will actually do. If you're far more likely to make 8 posts a day on social media and you love building carousels and selling stories like that, then you just have to commit to those. So then we have to unpack how many of those things get you into enough conversations to get you to the dinner table enough to take the number of listings that are necessary to actually get you to your goal. So I work with a lot of door knockers and a lot of phone call specialists, but the one client that I'm talking about here, she loved the phone. She worked on the phones all day long, making calls for the healthcare industry. And when we first got into a coaching relationship, she would kind of walk in the door at about 4 o'clock because we had agreed that she needed to have set aside time every single day to do this. So she set aside 4 to 6. 4 to 6 p.m. I think is an ideal time to do lead gen. So she set 4 to 6 aside every single day, Monday through Friday, to make the calls because everybody else is done making the calls, tapped out for the day, and she's actually going to get an audience. She's going to catch those soccer moms en route taking the kids to practice or picking kids up from school or catch mom or dad commuting home. Right? This is the time when their brain is decompressing and you actually have a chance to make an impact. It's a great time if you do calls. It's a little bit too early. I advise if you're going to knock doors from 5 to 7, but not a terrible time to knock doors either. Either way, you need to have 2 hours a day set aside that are dedicated and focused, that you're going to work on these leading indicators that are going to go on your scoreboard that goes beneath your sign, right? So whatever you decide, pick the lead gen that works for you. Work with your coach if you have one. If not, get one. That's a good idea. But if decide the lead gen that works for you, and for this particular agent, what we knew was every time she made 200 outbound cold calls, she got an appointment. And her appointment close rate was sick. She was at 90%. When she got an appointment, she had a 90%. She had a system built behind it. So when she got an appointment, the appointment held. When the appointment held, the appointment took the listing. So her gap wasn't there. Her gap was she didn't always make the 200 calls that got her the appointment. She was averaging more like 200 calls a month and getting a listing a month. So we just needed to increase her volume by having focus time to do that. She did this for 60 days, and after 60 days, she was consistently doing a house a week, taking a listing a week. And then she upped the volume even more and got to a full 200 a week, and then she was taking a listing a week. It was crazy. She went from 14 units in 1 year to 63 the next. That is crazy volume growth, and you can absolutely do it when you're super focused. So again, let's review the first 3 steps, right? Like step 1, you got to have that significant goal now. It's got to be on a sign. Step 2, you've got to have a scoreboard where you publicly track your lead gen activities that get you to the appointments, that get you to the listings, right? And then you've got your sign, you've got your board. Now you're tracking your activities. You track them daily. You put them in. And then that 4th thing, I promise you 4 steps that if you do these 4 steps over the next 30 to 60 days, you're going to get everything that you want in real estate. That 4th thing is you got to have somebody that helps you stay accountable to this. So somebody in your brokerage, an accountability coach, if you have a productivity coach in the brokerage, use them. If not, I do have a limited number of spots available, and I'm always open to a great conversation with somebody who wants to grow their business. If you're committed to doing the 4 steps that I talked about, then I'm committed to talking to you and helping you grow your business. Otherwise, I don't work with people who are not super interested in growing. Not good for them, not good for me. So that accountability coach, what they should be doing is just helping you fill the boxes in on the 3 things that I talked about. Making sure your goal is strong enough, that significantly impactful goal is strong enough to get you to do what you want to do now, that you've got a scoreboard and that you're tracking the right things on there, and that most importantly, you're setting aside the time to actually be able to do the activities that you're going to track. And then that you're reporting it in on a regular basis and you're having a meaningful coaching conversation around the outcomes from those activities. If you do those 4 things, you're going to crush it. You're going to crush it. Real estate is super simple. If you talk to enough people, say the right stuff, and follow up, you win. This 4-step system is designed to help you do just that. Talk to enough people, say the right stuff, and follow up. And it will expose the gaps. If you're tracking the activities that you do, it will show you where the gaps are. And more times than not, the gap is in that talking to enough people. We're just not doing enough of it. Alex Hormozi said that all the time, that if you're doing hard things and you're not winning, you're probably just not doing enough hard things to win. And that's really what it is. Pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional. Making 200 phone calls a week is not pleasant. Knocking 200 doors a week is not pleasant. I'm not here to tell you that it is. But failing to get everything that you want and deserve in life because you didn't do those things, that's suffering. Pain is inevitable, suffering is not. Choose pain over suffering every time. If you liked this and you found it valuable to your real estate business, subscribe to the channel so you can see more of this. Like the video, comment on it, comment on the 4 things, on which one of the 4 has been the most impactful to you and your business, or which one you struggle with. And if you're looking for a coach, I'd be honored to have a conversation. Until next time.